Welcome back, everyone. For those who are new here, my name is Aaron Hunter. I'm a principal technical trainer with AWS Training and Certification. Today, we're here to talk to the Amazon SageMaker Canvas team, but I have my good friend Danny, who is going to be co-hosting with us. Danny, what's going on?
Hey. Yeah, excited to talk to Pashmeen.
Pashmeen, how are you?
Doing
Great to have
great.
you here.
Absolutely thrilled to be here. Thanks so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much for being here. So Amazon SageMaker Canvas, I know about Amazon SageMaker. It's one of our machine learning services. It does a whole lot in terms of being able to help simplify the machine learning journey for a lot of our customers. But can you tell us more about Amazon SageMaker Canvas and the problem that it helps solve?
Absolutely. So SageMaker Canvas is a visual interface tool that we designed specifically keeping in mind business analysts. We realize businesses rely on business analysts to generate predictions, generate insights on thousands and thousands of documents, petabytes of data. And in order for business analysts to be able to very quickly and rapidly provide answers to these ad hoc questions that may arise from business stakeholders, they have to do analysis, they have to run predictions on a variety of use cases. And in order for them to make it easy for them to do that in a no-code fashion, we launched SageMaker Canvas back in 2021.
Wow, I want to double click on something you just said. I mean, petabyte scale and giving analysts the power to really utilize that data with a no-code solution. I mean, that's huge. That's really awesome.
Exactly. And we span across use cases. So, business analysts can build custom models for classification, for regression, for forecasting use cases, and with some recent launches, even for computer vision and natural language processing.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, it used to be that you would have to be pretty deep into various tech stacks to really access some of this, right? And now you're making it a no-code solution. How did that come about? And how did you think to focus on this problem?
Yeah, I mean, we, typical AWS fashion, right? We work backwards from our customers. In the, thousands of customer conversations that we've had, it was very clear and apparent that business analysts wanted to be empowered to be able to generate these insights and predictions without having to rely on the technical teams, without having to rely on data scientists. Because, come on, we all know, right? These resources are extremely scarce in an organization. They're really too hard to get access to some of these resources at times. So the whole thought process was, how can we empower these business analysts who are looking to generate insights, who really want to be efficient at their job day in and day out, and how can we make them more self-sufficient? So that was really the thought process that went behind it. And we realized that SageMaker Canvas would be a perfect platform to leverage all the goodness, right, that we've designed in SageMaker, but expose that in a true no-code fashion so that they don't need to be technical, they don't need to write a single line of code, use a visual interface to create a model from scratch.
You mentioned no code, so that seems pretty cool. And I imagine you're going to have a demo for us here pretty soon. But when we're working through and working backwards from some problems that we're trying to solve using Amazon SageMaker Canvas, what kind of ready built models are available to us? Can you maybe go into some details?
Yeah. So just last week, we announced 9 ready-to-use models that SageMaker Canvas now provides. In the background, we've powered these ready-to-use models through our existing AI services. So we've used Amazon Recognition, we've used Amazon Text Track, we've used Amazon Comprehend. So these AI services already offers these capabilities, but they're APIs, right? Mainly designed for developers. SageMaker Canvas now allows business analysts, right, to access these ready-to-use models without writing a single line of code. They log into the SageMaker Canvas interface and they upload their data and they can extract insights. They can do that for one document or they can do that for thousands of documents.
Okay, so you're telling me basically all someone needs, all a business analyst needs is to basically be able to upload a file into a browser and they can harness the power of ML models within SageMaker Canvas?
That's right.
That's pretty
I
smart.
heard recognition. So image recognition, video recognition, maybe text track, like exporting or extracting text data from documents as well.
That's right. So no video recognition at this point, but definitely, if there's interest in the audience, please let us know. We always like to work backwards from our customers.
Throw it in the comments.
But for text documents, absolutely. So you can extract text, you can extract tables. So if you have semi-structured documents or if you have structured documents, you can extract tables, you can extract rows, columns, cell values. You can also detect and extract contents from a form. Right. So think of a use case where you're, analyzing mortgage documents, right? Or you're analyzing, invoices and contracts. So you can extract all the types of forms, data from those forms. And then also signatures. You can detect whether there is a signature present in a document or not. And that becomes really powerful as you're trying to, get insights and analyze thousands and thousands of documents.
So this allows us to really powerfully automate and have more time in our life for work-life balance, just better equanimity overall in our lives, right? And I'm all about that. I am 100% behind it. So that's really cool stuff. What are some of the models that are available in SageMaker Canvas specifically? Like, we talked a little bit about text detection and images and language detection, but maybe just a little bit more about some of the use cases that have been powerful for customers.
Yeah, absolutely, right. So we have 9 models at this point, starting with sentiment analysis, right? So if imagine you're in a marketing company, you're a marketing analyst, you've got thousands and thousands of product reviews, and you want to analyze the sentiment, really understand how are your customers finding your products, feeling about your products, whether it's a positive sentiment or a negative sentiment. You can actually use a sentiment analysis ready-to-use model. There is image recognition that we talked about. There is text analysis that you can do, document analysis. There's also models around PII redaction and identification. So if there is personally identifiable information in your documents that you want to extract and eliminate, you can very easily do that without having to comb through documents, read documents, to find that manually, right? Which can get very time consuming and not at all error free. So those are some of the examples, but definitely check out the SageMaker Canvas and let us know what you think about it.
I'm so excited to see what everyone thinks about it and also hear it alongside you. But you know what I'm most excited about, Danny?
I think it might be a DEMO. Is that what you're most excited about?
Demo. So like we have these smart devices in our homes and sometimes they listen for wake words. My wake word is demo. My wake word's also free and food, but demo is one of them. So Pashmin, are you ready for your demo?
Absolutely. All right. So this is, once you log into SageMaker Canvas, this is what the new homepage is going to look like. So you see the 9 ready-to-use models that we've made available.
I like this pretty, Pashmin. Looks nice, easy on the eyes.
Thank you. Kudos to our awesome design team out there that raised the bar here. So these are the ready-to-use models, right? So I can just click on any one of these, right? So let's go and look at object detection, right? There you go. There is an image, and the image detects different objects using Amazon recognition. You can search through different labels.
Cool, and it gives a confidence number as well. Like we see a clock tower, 100% confident of that.
That's right.
Does it colorize the bus?
It colorizes the bus maybe in future.
But I'm sure with like any kind of a model, you can make improvements, make adjustments, and then you can get the data out from that model that you need to with enough training. So
exactly. And then the other key advantage to this, right, is not just visually this looks great, right? But what if you have thousands of such images, right? You're not gonna sit here and upload image one at a time. You can simply run a bulk prediction job, right, where you can just upload a data set that has hundreds and thousands of images. In this example, there were 100 images that I pre-uploaded, and you click on the prediction results, and it will automatically with a click of a button generate predictions. And this is all happening in real time, right? So here's a beautiful peacock. It detected it right away, right? And you can scan through the 1,000 images that you upload to get insights.
That's really powerful. To be able to say like, hey, this is a peacock, and then also the different angles and variations of how a peacock may look, like from the side, from the front, feathers folded in, feathers all fanned out. Most of us can identify a peacock with the feathers fully fanned out because that's a pretty standard image of a peacock. But to see one like walking on a street and take a picture and upload it into Amazon SageMaker Canvas and just at a snap of a finger within a couple seconds, you can identify what kind of bird it is maybe. So that's pretty powerful.
Yeah. And then last one I'll just quickly talk about is the sentiment analysis use case, right? So this is where I touched upon briefly, but you have lines and lines of text, and you just want to put in some sentiment here, right? Detect the sentiment of this text. And then click on generate prediction results, and it's gonna tell you that it's positive. So similar to the image use case, you can upload hundreds and thousands of lines of text in the batch prediction workflow, and boom, there you go.
So you could pull down comments on a particular product, right? In a batch mode,
Exactly.
just have it all analyzed and see the percentage of positive comments, split that out, neutral, negative, et cetera, and know where you can kind of start to change behaviors in order to make your customers more happy.
Exactly. And then another big aspect which I haven't really touched upon is that let's say you have a use case where these ready-to-use models, do not work because it's so specific to your business, right? Let's say you have specific products that these ready-to-use models are just not trained on or never seen before. In that case, you can now, right, with this launch that we did last week, create a custom model for images as well as for text. Right, so we've expanded and made computer vision and natural language processing ability for you to create custom models for those two use cases, in addition to the support that we already had for tabular data.
That's really cool. So we can take tabular data, we can take text data and put that into the sentiment analysis and really derive some powerful sentiment in terms of how we maybe can improve a product or what we're doing right and keep doing the right thing. I'm curious. Hey, everyone watching us live right now, do me a favor and type something that you think that we might be able to put into sentiment analysis. Keep it clean, okay? And keep it on topic. But maybe we can take one of the comments and put it into sentiment analysis and see what kind of score we get out of it. I think that'd be a pretty fun thing to do.
Yeah,
let's do that.
Read it on this one, everybody.
Keep it clean, okay? Now, while we're waiting for the comments to come in, because it does take some time, are there any other use cases that you can think of for our viewers today where maybe they can jump in and just get started?
Yeah, I mean, I think the custom model gets very powerful, right? The ready-to-use models are great for these common use cases, but we realize that businesses have very specific needs, specific use cases, and they might need to categorize data, either text or the images in these custom categories. And that's where SageMaker Canvas can be used as a mechanism, right, to create this custom model. So I'll just very quickly walk you through an example. Magnetic tiles defect model that I created. It primarily analyzes defects on surface of magnetic tiles. And if you ask me what those are, it's something that I didn't know, but those are tiles that actually attract iron and other contaminants in products, in food products and pharmaceuticals. So in the manufacturing process, you actually use these magnetic tiles to eliminate such contamination. It's pretty cool, something that I learned.
That's amazing. Yeah, I work with some customers in the drug discovery and production space. So this is cool to see this application so right in front of me. We don't always think about how our pharmaceuticals and medicines get produced and like how we're able to make sure that there's quality there. So it's really cool to see this application of it.
Yeah. So of course, like the ready-to-use model doesn't detect these, defects. So therefore, I had to, train a model, a custom model, all without any code. But here's what the output of it is, right? Like, so these are like some cracked tiles, so it could automatically detect. There are some uneven tiles that it was able to detect. There's some broken tiles that it was able to detect, so on and so forth. And this custom model can then be used to generate predictions from unlabeled data, right? So if I just simply go ahead and upload an image that was never seen by this model before, it will you simply upload it and it will generate the prediction for you. So that's an example where custom models can really, really be powerful. Users don't have to always rely, on something that's available off the shelf. They can customize it and make it work for their business-specific use case.
Yeah, that's also powerful. I'm seeing the comments in the chat right now because we had this call to action to like give us something to feed into the sentiment analysis. Is it okay if we pivot back to that real quick and plug something in?
Let's do it.
Okay, so one person said, I'm gonna pull it up here on the screen. Sentiment analysis seems quite useful for A/B testing and etc. Can we plug that one in and maybe see what sentiment analysis thinks about sentiment analysis?
All right.
And then while we're waiting for the results on that and before we discuss it, another question is there a word or character limit to be entered in here?
That's a good question. I do not know the answer to be very honest with you, but it is in the documentation.
It
Okay.
looks like it's 0 out of 100,000 characters used. So it looks to me like,
Oh, that's right.
yeah, that's some
Hey,
good.
good eye, Danny.
Hey, they don't call me Eagle Eyes for nothing. They don't call me that at all. That's okay.
I think it's the fancy glasses. I love the glasses, Danny.
Yeah, they definitely enhance my ability to see things. That's for sure. They're doing what they should do.
All right, going back to sentiment analysis on sentiment analysis, what does it say?
It says 85% positive.
There you go. Okay, so it's good for A/B testing. Perfect. One more question was about sentiment analysis on maybe facial recognition. So you mentioned images, not videos as of today, but also the power of maybe combining recognition technology and sentiment analysis. Can Amazon Canvas do that today?
So not today. Recognition service has face detection capability, which developers can access through APIs. And you could daisy chain that with some custom model building. But within SageMaker Canvas, there isn't a mechanism to do that right off the bat. But very interesting use case.
Yeah, and I
It
think
is.
you can see how recognition and other services can really be stitched together with Canvas as well. And you can just kind of build that in as part of the larger SageMaker ecosystem. Teams can kind of align. So you have your ML ops team, you can work with them to maybe put together a custom model. That way the business analysts have that usability, right?
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. There's the ability to share models, right? Not just from Canvas to Studio, right? For your data scientists, colleagues to review and update if necessary, but also the other way around, right? So let's say your data scientist has developed a model, right, with all the goodness, all the technical know-how that he or she may possess. The data scientist can share that model with you. And then once shared, you can then start generating predictions right within the Canvas tool, right? Without having to do anything, just uploading data, generating insights, and consuming those insights to answer ad hoc questions and requests that come in from business stakeholders.
Yeah, and there's also another use case here that's in the chat. And they said, because we gave them the call to action, go ahead and use the chat to let us know about sentiment analysis, what you want us to type. And I was like, keep it clean. So another use case would be like even parsing through comments to see what's clean comment and what isn't a clean comment, maybe as well.
That's right. That's right.
And the sentiment on those comments.
Exactly.
All right, cool. So what else do you have to show us here today? Or how can people go learn more about Amazon SageMaker Canvas when they're getting ready to get started?
Yeah, so we put the link in the chat here for you folks. Sign up for it. There is an excellent blog that we've published that goes into some of the computer vision use cases in more detail. It talks about how to access some of these ready-to-use models, what are some other use cases. And yeah, just sign up for it. You can access it through the management console or have your IT administrator set up single sign-on so that you don't have to go through the console every time to access SageMaker Canvas.
Perfect. Pashmeen, thank you so much. Danny, any last questions before we jump over to our next team and friends here?
None from me, but I think this looks like such a cool and powerful tool and really gives accessibility to ML for folks that are in the business analyst role. So I think this is a great tool that, anybody could use. And thanks for walking us through it and showing us the power of it.
Thank you so much, folks. So happy to be here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Pashmeen. Take care. Everyone, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more news from our friends on the AWS supply chain team. We'll see you soon.